Hey guys and girls, welcome to episode number 2 of our series called Investors Guide One-on-One, where we will tell you about the basics of investing. In this episode, we are going to talk about what you are going to do once your all accounts been set up, and we will also talk about the returns aspect of investing. First step, link your bank account to the brokerage account. As mentioned earlier in the episode 1 of Investing Guide One-on-One, we recommend you to try and use bank account with online banking facility that facilitate easy transfer of funds to the brokerage account. It's usually easy to attach primary bank account to the trading app, but things get complicated when bank account does not have modern banking facilities like UPI. Please keep in mind and be ensure that you have streamlined and simple connection between your bank account and your trading account. Now we will talk about how much money you can put in your account. Before you do this, I will suggest you to speak to your parents, friends or relatives who are good in finance or who know how to invest wisely. 3 to 6 months of your salary should ideally be kept in bank accounts, FDs or in liquid funds for emergency purpose. And just don't let it sit idly without earning any interest, that too compound interest. We will talk about compound interest in later part of the video. With all that stuff done, we recommend you to create a stock watch list. Stock watch list can be made on trading apps. They allows you to create multiple watch lists that can be made for different group of stocks on your preferences. Risk appetite. It is very important to understand your risk appetite. Different people recommend different investing rules like 80-20 rule. This rule tells you to spend 80% of what you earn and invest remaining 20%. Rather, I should say, first invest 20% of what you earn and then spend remaining 80%. If you can cut down the expenses, then please do so. This is very millennial style of investing. It can be a good thumb rule if your monthly expenses are more than your monthly income. The age factor. Take this example. If I give you 100 rupees for investing and your current age is 20 years, then what you will do? You will subtract your age from the amount, that is 100 minus 20 equals to 80. 80% of that amount should be directly allocated in equity and remaining 20% should be invested in secured asset classes like debt fund and bank FDs. This should change every 5 years as you age. In the next episode of Investing Guide 101, we will start the journey of buying your first share. But as if now, we will discuss very important aspects of investing, that is return. Also, we will discuss some basic concepts which you should know. We will also talk about returns of some companies. Starting off with FD. Normal rate in FDs is 5 to 6% and currently inflation rate in India is also 6%. That means you are losing your money value over the period of time. Also, you are paying taxes on your amount which have not occurred. That is, you are paying taxes on losses. That is ridiculous. I will suggest you, if you are not sure about other asset classes and you can't afford to take 0.0001% of risk, then please put your money in FDs and be secured. Now we will talk about volatility. I'll simply read the definition and it's self-explanatory. The degree to which people change over time is measured by volatility. The bigger and more frequent the price changes are there in an investment, the higher will be the volatility. Let's discuss few more concepts. First is annualized return and second is absolute returns. What are annualized returns? The amount of money earned for the investor per year is known as annualized return. It gives the investor a snapshot of an investment performance, but it doesn't tell them about the volatility. What is absolute returns? The return on an asset over a specific time period is known as absolute returns. You hear everyone speaking about long-term investing. I too believe in long-term investing. Let's discuss why long-term investing is so much talked about. That is advantages of long-term investment. The advantage of long-term investing is found in relation of time and volatility. Investment held for long-term period tend to show low volatility as compared to investment held for short-term period. Please remember that investing is done for long-term. To make it simple, stock market has bulls and bears cycle. We should take a 10-year long view of the stock market to get a better perspective. Let's talk about returns of some companies which has approval seal of every Indian uncle. Let's talk about Asian Paints. Asian Paints has grown from 300 rupees in 2011 to 2,900 rupees in 2021. That is an annualized return of 25.47% and an absolute return of 866%. Please keep in mind we have not considered dividends which individuals had received over the period of time. Even if you have invested in index like through an ETF over the period of 20 years, you would have earned 14.6% annualized returns. The 10 years annualized returns are on your screen. Even though these were not unknown small companies back then, yet they have provided such a brilliant result. Your takeaway from this episode should be you should not run behind high return, high risk opportunities, but you should have patience and invest regularly. And also earning even just 14% a year over a period of 20 years on a small corpus of 4,000 per month can mount to a lot. Please keep in mind it is not the number, it is the period you stay invested in the market. And finally, please note that you will not be earning same amount over a period of 20 years. Your income will increase in 3 to 4 years constantly and you can put more amount in your investing pool. So be invested. That's it for today. If this video was helpful to you, please drop a like. Share this video with your friends, family and relatives. Keep following Dalal Street AI for such interesting content. And in the meantime, you can check the interviews of fund managers to know their viewpoints on investing. Thank you.